folks, it's auction time. Get a good look. Hopefully there's treasures in there. Keep it going, folks. We got another unit right here.
Oh.
All right.
All right. That might work.
Looking good.
All right, boys, girls, just take a look and look it over. Don't overlook anything about it. Please don't touch. Please don't scratch. Please don't go inside the unit.
Today, they all hope to get a bargain, looking for hidden treasures in the many boxes. They're full of furniture and other personal belongings abandoned by owners who can no longer afford the rent.
I mean, there could be something. There's a few boxes in there. It's just a gamble. A lot of times this business is not what you see, it's what you don't see. It's what you bid on.
All right, if you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. Cute little pop-in dandy unit. Got a little Christmas tree and everything in there. If you're ready to go, I'm ready to go. And here we go. How much money? What are you going to pay? Saying how much money where? 10, 10.
Rule number 1, no one is allowed to go inside the units. Rule number 2, everything must be paid in cash. It's early morning Las Vegas, the gambling city that always attracted fortune seekers from all over the world. But for a growing number of people, fortune is hard to find these days.
To me, it's very humiliating at my age, and after working for 42 years, to hold up a sign. They pity me, or they think what a loser, or they think that I just stopped trying, but at least I can survive.
Empty rooms, half-built hotels halted by lack of money. And in casinos, empty tables. Whoever claims that the crisis is over with will be laughed at.
You know, economists will tell you that the recession is over in America. It's Americans who won't say that. I mean, if you polled 100 Americans, I doubt that you would find 5 of them who would tell you that the recession is over.
1 out of 6 people is unemployed. In the early morning, the employment agency is already full of job seekers.
We get people that are desperate, you know, it's a tough situation, being out of work, you know, financial problems, family problems, you know, all that kind of snowballs together. So, yeah, we do get people that are very upset.
It's extremely hard. I'm like, Lord, what is the world coming to? You know, what is the nation going to do? What are we going to do?
Even the number of house evictions has reached record highs.
I would much rather have the tenant pay the rent or be gone. You know, that's not, I don't really get a big rise out of putting somebody out on the street. That's not real, you know, it's a tough job.
But somebody has to do it. Every week, Sergeant Deputy Patrick Geary has to do evictions.
Sometimes people want to fight or they're really upset, and you got to have really thick skin.
It's okay. No, it's not okay with me, man.
So they're not going to come in your house. Well, it's time to go.
Already?
Yeah.
Las Vegas has to find a way out of the crisis, but how?
10, 10, 15, 15, and 25, we're still okay, but 35 now, but 35 now, and I get 25 going once, and 35 going, but 35 we do now, but 45, sir. Some final call, it's 65 going once, twice, and it's $65 and I've got to go and I. So I'll let you away, ma'am. You got it for $60. You're too late, sir, and you bought it, ma'am. $60, thank you.
All right, first unit, 1072. All right.
Straight up
You know we don't have to go too far, everyone. Let's do it.
Dan and Laura Dodson travel along all storage companies in the state. Every day, they auction dozens of units. It's more than ever.
In the last 3 years, it just has been more and more and more. It seems like the worse the economy gets, the better we're doing as auctioneers and the more stuff we have for sale.
And in his wake follows a growing number of buyers.
It could be worse, it could be better, so it's medium. You know, it would be a lot more impressive if the room was packed from beginning to end, but based on the price, we'll determine if we bid or not.
Here's how it works. If you don't pay the rent, you get a fine and an extra lock. If within 3 months you don't get the money together, you lose all your belongings. The manager speaks to them every day.
Well, most of them lose their house. They don't have no place to do it, and they can't afford the storage anyhow. So they go ahead and just let their stuff go.
We got a 10 by 20 here, folks, and it's not totally packed, but it is stacked, so everybody, hopefully you have a good chance here.
My wife's a money collector. She calls them every day and gets them to come out and pay the rent so they don't go to auction.
7 now, and 600, 700, 9 there. 1,000 where? 600 now, 700.
It's sad. It's real sad. We don't like to see that. And nobody does, you know. But it's a business, like anything else.
Last and final call at 1100,
No.
1150. Are you 11.5, 1150? Gotta go. Guess what? Nah. So let your way, and you got it, Daryl. 1,100 big bucks, $1,100. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good
Thank you.
eye.
The folks that lost these units, they have to the very last minute to come up any time before the auctioneer announced it sold. They could come up with a fistful of money. They could pay for their unit. So we always keep people out of the units for a few reasons. We don't want anybody going in there stealing anything.
Yeah.
And the folks that lost it, they can come and pick it up at any time.
But for this tenant, it's too late. Buyer Daryl Sheets is the new owner.
I had no idea what this was in this locker, but then I turned around and I picked this picture up, and I was really excited to get a signed Deion Sanders Dallas Cowboy jersey. I know that I'll double my money on this locker. I can't say big money right now until I go through it, but I'm hoping it's big money.
All right, dude, let's go.
All right.
You've walked this stuff across the room like 3 times.
I'm just gonna put my shit right here, man, and I'm out of here.
All right, well,
Can you
let's
put that
go.
right there, man?
The tenant has had several warnings to leave, yet he's anything but prepared.
It's business. I mean, we cannot just have people living in the apartment without, non-payment. So they pay their dues too, they pay their mortgage, they pay the supervisor, they pay the people. So, I mean, times like this, I mean, we know, it's hard for them, for us to have them move out, but, we can help it.
If there is a court order that the eviction can take place, Sergeant Deputy Geary has to carry it out.
Thank you.
Within 15 minutes, the tenant has to leave.
I'd say in this town, probably 40 to 50% of the evictions that I'm doing have to do with someone who's lost their job and they just can't afford where they're living now.
It's hard in Vegas right now.
What did you do before for a job?
Landscaping. I was a licensed landscaper. Can't get too much to say.
Oh, it's really tough. It's really tough. And now the hardest evictions that are to do for me are when there's children there. So, want to head to the next one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Everyone is looking for work. While less than 2 years ago, jobs in Las Vegas were up for grabs, now people can only apply by computer.
It's extremely busy. I think I have hundreds of applicants for one position. It's highly competitive, which is why, a lot of companies have the online applications. It's easier to manage than having a stack of 100 applications and keep it in a database.
I've been in food and beverage for 42 years, in restaurants, as a manager, a chef, a bartender, and a waiter.
One of the people looking for a job is Bruce Jenner, 16 years old and unemployed.
Within 2 years, I've applied for 150 jobs, applications. But with everything online nowadays, you can't get your resume to people because you don't have a face-to-face contact unless they call you.
But Bruce has not been called for 2 years now.
I was always single and I always had a good time. I always went out with my friends and co-workers after work. I never thought I would run out of money or not be employed. I feel like I've wasted my life to be in this kind of financial desperation.
Here in the gigantic hotels on the famous Strip is where Bruce worked. The gambling city was always recession-proof. In good times, there is more money for entertainment, and in bad times, desperate people gamble more. That's how Vice President of MGM Resorts, Alan Feldman, thought for 20 years.
We've gotten very accustomed to opening a new resort every 6 months. Someone's opening $1 billion here and $2 billion there, and it was like it was nothing. That ability for Las Vegas to weather the storm has been proven out historically until these last 2 years. We are the largest employer in Nevada. We have 50,000 people who are employed in Nevada here. We've seen layoffs in around 8,000 people. Our room rates have fallen dramatically over the last couple of years, down as much as 40%. It was very scary, and there was a lot of anxiety, to be sure, I didn't weigh as much and I didn't have as much gray hair as I do a couple of years ago.
Las Vegas was always booming. The city was Americans' proof that the economy of always wanting more and more worked. Now the city shows that without a job and social safety, you're hopelessly lost.
And there is stuff in here. Those two clear. There's no carpet on the floor. Because obviously they don't up here. I've noticed.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. What is the notice for? I already talked to them.
Okay. Just make sure that they're not proceeding with that. Just make your phone call.
Oh, okay.
Many Americans have lived beyond their means. House prices are only a third of what they once were. And now people have lost their jobs. It affects the whole city.
That's the 24-hour notice that I'm posting for an eviction for tomorrow. So, and it tells them that the eviction will take place tomorrow. That's it.
30,000 houses are empty. Sargeant Deputy Geary has a full-time job handling all the notices and evictions.
Now, she sees me coming and she just locked the door.
Hello.
Hi, it's time to go.
I already went to the court and they let me get a stay.
Okay.
I paid, move, go. I already got a pay. I got a paper for that they gave me.
Okay.
And they said they'll give me something in the mail or over the phone.
All right, well, it was denied on the 6th, so if you don't leave, I'm going to have to take you to jail.
Okay.
All right, so get some stuff for your kids. You need to get your baby, get some clothes or whatever, and you guys are going to have to leave.
As long as the locksmith is busy, she has time to pack her stuff.
Where are we going now?
Street. Hopefully the church that I started going to helps.
We're done? Did you get everything you needed, ma'am?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Anyone who cannot afford to take care of their family is lost.
This is what I do to, to make my living is put people out on the street. I mean, it's sad, but that's what I do.
What? 300, not 3.5. I got 3.
A lot of people say, yeah, you're making money on the backs of people that are hurting and stuff, and I understand that, but there's a lot of hurting people out there. Although it's unfortunate that these people are losing their stuff, it is helping somebody else. It all kind of spreads around, and so what's really bad for this person might be good for 10 people over here. So that's the way that I look at it, and I'm out here doing my job. If I wasn't selling these, somebody else certainly would be. And I don't take great glee in selling people stuff. I don't take comfort in that, but that is my job, and I don't have a problem with doing it.
But Dan Dodson does get a 20% commission, and he has his own real-life TV show that each week attracts more than 2.5 million viewers.
This is a gold heart. It's got the date on it, April 8th, and it's marked 14 karat on the back.
In the meanwhile, Daryl has unpacked his unit and wants to show what he found in one of the boxes.
And these are real freshwater pearls, and there's an English hunting scene on it. I got about 150 pieces of stuff like this. I make my fortunes off of somebody else's misfortunes, but somebody's going to be upset they lost this. But today it's a happy day for me. I came here, I wanted to make the first hit, and I think I did that.
They auction off all your possessions, and you're not allowed to bid on it yourself. So all my books, videotapes, my stereo equipment, so I lost everything because I couldn't, all my personal possessions. I barely have more than what's in this bag and at my feet right now. Homeless. At my age, after working for 42 years, it never occurred to me that I would be in this position.
Also today, Bruce did not find employment. He will have to survive until better times.
I have no financial income, and if I need a haircut, which I did 2 weeks ago, or if I need a bus pass for tomorrow, then I have to panhandle. I keep applying for work, and there's nothing else that I can do. I don't get my retirement until 2 more years, but at least I can survive.